All right, we are live. Plant-based social. This is Mahalo Soul Chef. I have three lovely aloha guests with me tonight. We have May, we have Meca Royal, and we have Trave. Now, these are three separate entities here that we have, okay? We have good, delicious food that I have just prepared in the kitchen. And I think we're all stuffed here. I think we're feeling real good. We got some good vibes, good elixirs going. We have a good crowd. Our friends and our family are in front of us. And, welcome to Plant-Based Social. So this is about food. This is about culture and conversation. We talk about local farms. We talk about agriculture and our lifestyles, our diets, what makes us happy, what is our happy food, what are the foods that we need to sustain. So all of these will be in the conversation as we go through these series of Plant-Based Social. And I'm going to introduce our guests, all right? So we have Trave right here. Okay, we're gonna hit the male first and do a reverse. All right. So, I met Trav about 2 years ago, and we've been following each other.
We have been for like a minute. Before I even came here, I was like, oh, okay, let me check out the people at Hawaii before I go, who cook the food that I want to eat.
Yes.
And so I started following you, and I'm like, oh, I like her style. It's good vibes. And I got here, and I was like, I'm fangirl you. And I met you in person.
Yes. So what do you do here in Hawaii? What are you known for? What are your attributes here on the island?
I teach yoga.
Teach yoga.
I teach yoga.
Yes.
I teach yoga. I teach meditation.
Okay.
I teach wellness.
Yes.
In another life, I'm a hairstylist and I do a little construction. But I teach yoga.
Well-rounded. All right. So we have Trave right here, yoga artist. All right. We're going to move on to Meca Royal. Meca, how's it going, sister?
I am beautiful. Love and light to everyone. Meca Royal. Feeling great. I am quite stuffed, and I like being stuffed. So thank you, Chef, for the beautiful food. Meca Royal on Instagram is Meca MEC _ R Royal _808. Here I just about do everything but construction. So y'all hit him for the construction side. I am a chef. I am an artist, musician, creative, community activist. In addition to anything that gets us all moving and forward movement and love of self, and then projecting that upon our communities. That's extremely important in the tone of today's world.
Thank you for joining Plant-Based Social.
Thank you.
As a chef, as an artist, and as your background culturally, I would, it's good to have you on this show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I appreciate the invite. Very humble.
All right. May, how's it going? The creator of the Cannabis Clinic. Okay, I'm not gonna say no more. I'm gonna let everyone know what your works.
Right on. So Talofa, my name is May Fuimono Po. I'm a family nurse practitioner and the founder of the Mālie Cannabis Clinic. We are the first nurse-led clinic in the... Let me get closer.
There we go.
The first.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I opened the first nurse-led cannabis clinic in the state of Hawaii in 2016. And since then, we have provided access to over 8,000 people in our state. And we are very actively involved in the cannabis community here as both a provider for cannabis care. We do individualized dosing plans, but also as an advocate. We work a lot at the legislature to really promote bills that are going to be good for everyone. So that's
beautiful.
Hey. Well, I thank you all for being on Plant-Based Social. This is our first show okay, and my food show. Now I've cooked up a little dinner. I know you all probably can't see it right now, but we're full with it. So I have the black eyed peas and kale. I've sauteed those and a special sauce and spices. I have the dirty rice with the vegan meat, and all of this is vegan food, plant-based foods. All right. OG came through with the special cupcakes for the dessert, the vegan cupcakes. All right, and I have the potato salad with some good raw veggies in there, and then the sweet and spicy Japanese noodles. So that's our plant-based food for today. Now, for the social part, I want to get more into you all and your lifestyles, your diets, what you grew up eating, you know, and what you're eating now. You feel me? And how did that change, and what influences brought you to that change? So, you know, May, how did you grow up eating? What did your family input in you to eat?
Yeah, so I think it was.
Oh,
sorry. So I think it was a combination, because I'm Akasi, so I'm Samoan and Irish, and my family is from the Midwest.
Did not know that.
But I was raised in Idaho.
Irish.
And we were super poor, so because of that, we had massive gardens. We grew a ton of food. We lived in the country. So I grew up eating just like home cooked meals combined with like Midwestern casseroles, and when I was 16 I became a vegetarian and freaked out my entire family.
What had you go to vegetarian? Was it something that scared you? Was it some influence? Was it bodily
So
thing?
I totally did it as like, at the time, as like a political
Oh, like
you know,
against
I was like
animals
one
or
of those
something?
like political like meat is ruining the environment. You know, and this was in the 90s, right?
That was the early
Yeah, so it was, you know, like when I became a vegetarian, it was like 92, 93.
Wow, that's fresh.
Yeah, so, you know, it was like all from the grocery store, and like, you know, you had to cook then, so it was like lentil, you know.
Exactly.
So, and then I was vegan, but then when I was 26, I started eating meat again.
Okay.
I got pregnant. So now I'm an omnivore, and fresh food is my favorite.
Nice. Okay. Well, I'm very surprised at your background. That's really good to hear that those different cultures and you know, your transformations. Ooh, I got a chopstick on the ground. Transformations that you made. You know, that makes a big deal. So, Meca, what's your culture background? Where'd you start off with?
So, it's that's my fan base back there. It's quite interesting. I grew up in the inner city. I'm gonna actually put this on. I'm gonna take it out.
And aloha to everyone who stepped into the live.
Hey.
Aloha.
Hi everyone, welcome.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
So you just stumbled upon my childhood. I grew up in the inner city and then also on farms. So I have a duality. Like I have a love of animals and nature. As far as like growing up, Latin culture, a lot of Spanish, Jamaican, African food. And Asian food is new for me. Like that cuisine was new for me. As a chef, I've done pastry, I've done seafood, I've done specialty foods, and so I've been able to use Hawaii background very well versed.
Isn't it a background?
It matches with the soul food, and
Yes.
and even you don't even have to do soul food as in what we traditionally know. You can do vegan soul food. So yeah, my background is quite eclectic in that only Asian is missing. Everything else was there. So yeah, that's quite interesting from what I eat now, which is I just try to mix cultures. I feel like we all mesh because they all derive from one, and then we all come together. So I don't see why we can't eat each other's food. Y'all want to eat some food?
Hey. Thank you, Meca. You know, that's a great background. I love the curries, the Jamaican curries. You know,
Curry
that's
a lot.
the rice and peas.
Mm,
You know,
the cocoa bread.
The cocoa bread. You know. You know, and it goes on and
And
on.
even the drinks, the sodas, using the brownies.
The ginger
soda,
beers.
I like
you
it.
know, that's
I'm
what I
telling
love.
you guys, get on right now. The ginger and the peach is just sticking the ginger inside of the peach and baking it with brown sugar and just letting it get a little bit soft. You will quite enjoy the texture and the taste of it. Is so natural. It's very good for you.
She giving you recipes on Plant-Based Social. You ain't even gotta pay for it.
You don't even have to pay for it. That's just the
Complimentary.
Complimentary. And it's very quick. It's like a 10 minute thing. Heat it up to 450. Put your brown sugar inside and let that thing heat up for 10 minutes. You can use vegan ice cream or whatever you choose to use, and it is.
I'm done.
See, she
The
took
texture.
it. I think she took it to Atlanta a little bit.
Yeah,
A little
because
southern,
southern.
little
So I do
southern
have Louisiana ties.
Okay.
Pre-Katrina, my family was down in the Ninth Ward all over. So yeah, I do have that background. That bourbon and the crawfish broils and that kind of thing.
Wow.
Yeah,
Could you put a little bourbon over the peach?
Yes,
And then pop it in there with the ginger.
and pop it in there with the ginger and the brown sugar and
Disrespectful.
the texture. Woo, Lord.
See?
Like, bam.
Cheers.
And this is all from fruits and you know, elixirs.
Mm-hmm.
Bourbon, you know, it's good for the chest.
I'm sorry, did you say this was from the fruits and the elixirs? You didn't say corn syrup, bean number 4 through 12.
Yes.
Well, my elixir is gonna be some natural things. You know, and the fructose, they can leave that out for me.
Not that corn fructose.
No, you know, you gotta get the honey or the agave or something, you know, a replacement for those things.
You really do.
I like live cane sugar. At Jamaican cane sugar. My dad would hollow out the cane sugar and put rum in there, let it sit in there with mango. And I'm telling you, that's just a shoot. That is really good as well. We can do that here. We have mango. We have sugar cane. You can buy your local Myers rum right from Long's or anywhere like that. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
So Trave, your culture background and what you grew up eating. Are you a Southern man? You a Southern man?
You know, I'm an everywhere man. I'm everywhere. I grew up all over. I grew up between Iowa and St. Louis and New York, like everywhere. My grandparents, my grandma is a cook. My mom's an amazing cook. My mom hates to cook. My mom's vegan. My mom hates to cook. But we grew up, my mom is a healthy cook, even though she would not necessarily make us eat some of the stuff she would eat. She was a healthy cook. I became a vegan, I don't know, like 3-4 years ago. Just because I felt like I don't think I need to put that stuff in my body. I think you reach a point that you just realize that the list of stuff that they put in the foods is crazy and it's so unnecessary. You know, you want something sweet, grab this peach, pop this piece of ginger in it, use a little bourbon on it, put this mug up in the stove, let it get to popping, and then put you some vegan ice cream on it. Like all this, we were talking earlier, all this stuff's available to you. It's just a matter of how you explore it. So since I loved to cook before I stopped eating meat, my love affair with cooking and food didn't change just because I stopped eating meat. I think it was all the more amazing. And coming to Hawaii has been just like next level because the access that you have to all the fruits and vegetables is next level to like crazy stuff. It's like, hold on, you got jackfruit, oyster mushrooms. I can't even say it right. Mushrooms, oyster mushrooms, and like these crazy mangoes and avocados. In what is this? April at a Saturday's farmers market. But hold up, and like let me get these banana flowers. Like all of that.
Yes.
So thank you for having this space for us to move into to discuss this because I think it's necessary. You and I talked earlier about the fact that like people just don't know that this is accessible. You and I have talked about that. It's so awesome to know that like good stuff's accessible in different ways.
For sure. And I feel that you know, at this table right now we have you vegan, right?
Yes.
Okay, you're vegan.
I don't know what you call it. Okay, I love my fruits and vegetables. There is not really a lot of beef or pork in my house. Sometimes because my husband is from Nalo, so it's like I can't deny him of like smoked meat and stuff. But I cook healthy and fresh and conscious, and thinking about the household that's poor. Trying to use the nutrients that are within the poor and the people in poverty. And something that you touched on, and I think you and I talked about it, is I think people don't want to eat healthy and or go vegan or whatever have the label is because of the cost and what people have to go through from an economic standpoint. So that's one of my specialties, is like going in your home and seeing what is nutrients, what can we break down. Okay, you have macaroni and cheese, but you don't have to put sugar on it. You can put a little bit of fresh garlic on it and bring out other flavors, and trying to get our families back to kind of the root of who we are, which are plant eaters, and we eat healthy, and that's why our skin grows and things like that. You know, skin looks beautiful and stuff like that. So yeah, I think that's really important as a tone of the world today, to take people who are in poverty and give them options to eat healthy and to live longer.
For sure, and I do want to say this on Plant-Based Social. There's no judgment, yo. You eat. This is
eat what you want.
We
got
planet,
cream.
okay?
We got green.
Now,
we got cream. We got green.
Yes. Now I'm a vegan. Trav's a vegan.
Mm-hmm.
We have a flexitarian. I'll call it.
Yeah, flexitarian.
Hey, what you rocking with over here?
Okay.
Let's get that mic.
We'll do it like this.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say I'm definitely an omnivore, but a lot
what's
of
omnivore in your eyes, because there's a lot of
Yes.
terms going out there, you know.
So omnivores are people who pretty much eat like all things that are, like naturally based.
Okay.
So I eat dairy, I eat meat, I eat grains, I eat
But you
greens.
know where it comes from.
Typically,
Okay.
but if there's a cupcake, I'm still gonna eat it. But it's not like the majority of my
Y'all
diet.
hear that? If there's a cupcake, she's still gonna eat it.
You know,
But
I'm a vegan,
all
I
I know that's
foods
right.
are from plants,
Yeah.
and all like a majority of indigenous cultures, our diets are vegan with meat. Like all my favorite Samoan food is vegan. Palusami, fa'i, and kalo, all of those are vegan, and it's legit all of my favorite foods. So I feel like, especially in Polynesia, especially where we are right now, that's like a majority of what we ate. And we would, domesticate our animals, eat those, fish, but it was like mainly fish, pork, chicken, but a majority of it was vegan.
Yeah.
Straight up.
I love seafood too. Seafood. I love the whole angler, being able to get your food from the sea. That's something I've integrated a lot of. And an air fryer. One is good and one is good. As a chef, we get different technology throughout the years, because I've been doing it for about 15 years. But I'm telling you that air fryer, you can literally just create. I wish they had like an oven size one. Like, give me one oven, so I would never use a conventional oven again. Because how you were saying, perfect for those meals. Perfect.
Yeah. Well, I don't use the microwave. I'll tell you what I don't use. I don't use the microwave, and I don't use like processors or things like that. I like chopping my fruits and vegetables up, or using the oven, stovetop, things like that. As far as appliances, so yeah, I feel you, Meca. I tried the air fryer before. They cook quickly, less grease. You feel me? So I agree with you on that. Now, for those watching and for those who's going to watch the after, I got my cookbook. It's called Easy Transformation. Okay, so I have 15 recipes, and it's a transition guide. Now, if you are wanting recipes to cook, this is good to get. If you are transitioning to a vegan, vegetarian lifestyle, this is good to get also. It has herbs in here, has elixirs, desserts, lunch, breakfast as well. So if you go to my shop on my Instagram, it's on there. You can get it, for shipping as well in other states. Easy transformation. I got that for you. All right, so I have some heavy hitters at the table. Still with me, eating still my food.
Falling, creeping slowly to the
questions of this hour. Where do you guys shop at? Do you guys go to farmers markets? Do you guys go to the grocery store? You guys go to what's convenient? I know as I eat a lot of raw foods, I go to the farmers markets more so. I roll up on farms.
Roll up on
I roll up on
what's
I
poppin'?
roll up on
Shout out
farms.
Daniel.
Literally.
Naked cow,
I roll up
and white
on you
eye.
for-
Shout out teams. Shout out teams. We shouting out our favorite farmers.
Our favorite farmers. Who's your favorite farmer? Y'all got favorite farmers?
Naked cow and wine eye. It's all female owned. They have
Naked Cow?
Yeah, Naked Cow Dairy. They have a bunch of different foods. But my girl Shelly put me up on it, who is Chris, who we have a mutual friend.
Island Black Girl.
She is one of my bestest friends. I met her 6 years ago, and it was it's crazy because I met her because my brother was supposed to be going on a date, but I stole her because she was just all the plant-based and the energy. And I was like, you about to be my friend, and we're still friends today. And that's how Ruth and I met, because Ruth cooks me food. My first time ever meeting her, and it was delicious, and that's why I'm here today.
Almond Rock.
Yeah.
All right. Trave, what's your favorite dish?
My favorite dish?
What's your favorite dish?
I love all the food, friend. I'm a true foodie. I
It's
can't
like, you
say
can't
it's
be making me
like
say no
right.
favorites.
That's too many boundaries.
How about
Okay.
genre? How about different types of food? Like
all
I like
of it? It's very
that's
little
me too.
food.
Correct.
I
That's me too.
love food, and the
Period.
more that I explore Hawaii, the more that I find all of these different layers of cultures mixed in with other cultures. Like I love what you do with food. I think
Appreciate that.
the layers that
Culture
you.
fusion.
It's
Yeah.
awesome. It's
I
next
did
level.
I think that's new wave.
Mhm.
I want to see
I know I'm gonna get a little
that.
Asian flair with you when I come. I'm gonna get a little bento box. I'm gonna get
Definitely.
a,
When I came here, it was a culture shock. I have Asian, I have Hawaiian, Polynesian. I'm just gonna say Polynesian.
Yeah,
to
that's
cover
the
whole
easiest
thing,
way to
not
cover
just
it.
Hawaiian.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I have Moorish, Korean, things like that. So just a broad scale of everything, and I'm glad y'all came, putting in your input.
Thank you so
Trav, for the
much.
last but not least, what's your favorite local farm here in Hawaii?
You.
Your local farm, not your
I got my
dish.
top
Not
three.
your dish, not your
my
dish.
top three.
Okay, top three.
My top three.
Top three.
Fields of Aloha.
Fields of Aloha. Oh
That's
yes,
awesome.
that brother's cool.
Love their stuff.
That brother's cool.
Teams, King over at Teams,
Teams,
T-H-I-E
yeah.
Teams,
Okay,
love their stuff. And then
Okay.
Sally's Farms,
Sally's
who has
Farm.
the greens at Kaka'ako and
Okay.
Kaneohe and Kailua, like
Alright.
the best greens.
Okay.
And I'm ride or die with all of them. I think that
Yeah.
it's important
It's like
that
power
like
to the
you support
farms.
the local farmers.
Yes,
Yes,
it's
yes.
imperative.
I think it's necessary,
It is
especially here.
imperative. Absolutely.
May, what is your favorite local farm? Quick, real quick.
So Mana'ai, Daniel Anthony, but I'm lazy, so Kahumana, because you can order from everybody in one place. And I just drive down the street and pick it up every Friday.
Okay. I go to my farm. I go to Daniel, Aloha Organics. I go to pretty much a couple ones I didn't go to, a couple one of yours, but I'll see them all. If y'all go to Agriculture, State of Hawaii, you guys can see all the local farms here. So support your local farms. This is Plant-Based Social. I thank y'all for tuning in live to our first series. Show some love to our guests. Get a follow on all of our guests. I have them on my Instagram. All right. So mahalo, aloha, and check the story for the next Plant-Based Social. All right.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
A big shout out to Ruth. Give it up for Ruth. Mahalo. Mahalo nui. Ciao, Bellas and Bellas.
Ciao.
All right. We're good.
Cut.
It's a wrap.
You gotta say that. End the video. Say that.
I just want to show you how to save the live. So you want to end it now, and then they're going to ask you.
Y'all saw me looking like the cookout and I guess no.